Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So I'm setting up another custom battle here. This time it's not 1890, it's 1950. We got the Japanese here, they will be my enemy. And we're going to be play as the Americans. It's going to be a battle that you can watch and enjoy for what it is, but I also want to show off some more changes that I'm doing, and none of this is final in any way. Let's skip to the Japanese flagship here, the Satsuma super battleship. So some of the things I've done, I've kept resistance at 155 and floatability at 125. Tweaks and fixes caps these at 175 and 140, but I felt that was still a little bit too high. 140 was almost at minus 100% flooding chance. Especially this is minus 98.8, and that's with only minus 75 from the floatability itself, and some other bonuses that are added to it. So, you know, it's still pretty floaty. Its flashfire chance, I've modded some things here too, is 8.9. I've slightly reduced the flashfire modifiers from tube powder, just so you cannot build a ship that is completely immune to flashfires as easily. This also has Citadel 3, giving it a plus 15 resistance, which I think it might have been able to hit that cap even with 4 or 5, which doesn't have quite as high a resistance bonus. So there's that aspect too. Armor strength have been slightly reduced. So you know, from crop 1 to crop 2, you go from 100 to 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, and then 55 at the end. Before you had some jumps, like you went from 100 to 120, 130, and you ended up at plus 200 more often than not. So now I think with Citadel 5, I think you can get it to plus 170, which is still pretty high. I've been working on also increasing deck pen at long ranges, especially from the big guns, which I'm not sure how historical that is, but with the amount of deck armor you can pack onto some of these ships in the game, I felt it was fitting to have a little bit more deck penetration. So let's switch back to our own fleet here. We're gonna be a little bit outnumbered. We're gonna be a little bit outgunned. We have our flagship in North Dakota with 18.5s. That's one of those, and we got 2 of the Wyomings that you saw in the Citadel test. They were actually just designed as regular share design ships, not specifically test ships. So yeah, but there are other things that I want to show you, but you're gonna have to see them in battle. Alright, so here are the 2 fleets. I don't expect to win this, by the way. First of all, let's save this, just so I don't have to set it up again. North Dakota is not the lead ship of the squadron. Alright. Yorktown and Allegheny are following the battleships, which is fine. They can keep doing that, despite being faster. It would be better if North Dakota was leading the pack here, but that's how the game set it up. And the heavy cruisers can follow the battle cruisers, and actually you can just join in. there. And I think I want the light cruisers, just for now, following the heavy cruisers. Because that's one thing I've also been fiddling with. You know how much annoyance it's given me in my campaign battles when a division of faster ships have been set to follow a division of slower ships, and they're supposed to slow down, right, to match the speed. And they just go like crazy and start doing loops and circles and bumping into one another because they're not slowing down enough. So I've been fiddling with the numbers for acceleration and deceleration, and while not perfect, I do think I've made it better. Also, I've been fiddling with the AI battle logic. They're by no means become geniuses, like tactical savants or anything. But we're gonna see if this big blob of enemy ships stops being a big blob of enemy ships, and if they start doing something other than just sticking like glue to the capital ships, which they've often tended to do. Let's see, the battle cruisers are reducing speed. Still gonna be a little bit difficult for them to like maneuver in behind the battleships, just because of the way they were spawned in. So I don't expect miracles here. But we're just gonna wait and see how they form up. If they've gotten better, or you know, this is not bad. At the moment, at least. It might still get catastrophical, but let's see, can we get some early torpedoes off? It might be hard. They're already sending out the cruisers, splitting them from the battleships. This is, by ultimate Admiral Dreadnought standards, this is not bad. Let's see if I just end up feeding my destroyers to enemy battleships. Yeah, Tatanol there, you got demolished, didn't you? That was a pretty solid hit. Might not survive that one. Oh, probably will survive. No. Will not. Can we get these destroyers into range of the battleships? Or are we gonna have to just launch everything at the approaching cruisers? I think that might be the best bet here. Just call off the assault on the battleships. Because I've also fiddled with their like the aggressiveness of battleship. Previously, you'd see these just running straight towards me, becoming easy torpedo targets. There we go. Torps are away. Can we get these out alive? Or probably not. And cruisers are forming up behind the battle cruisers, and light cruisers are forming up behind the heavy cruisers. By the way, these guys have torpedoes. Let's turn them off so we don't have any accidents here. Now, North Dakota, I need your big guns to do something about that enemy super battleship. Massachusetts and Wyoming. And the 2 battle cruisers, you can start doing something here. And we might get some torpedo hits on enemy cruisers, but that was a bad angle to launch from. But also, I don't think I'd get away with it if I tried anything else. Yeah, their gun line is like forming up behind. Maybe it would probably be better if instead of just doing my usual thing, I'd kept my DDs back until the pack had separated more, and then tried to swing them around. Okay, Izumo is launching torpedoes at one of my cruisers. Because of course Japanese cruisers have torpedoes too. So one of the things I did was I set it so that AI formations can split up more. They don't have to stick to within, I think Dip had it set to 6,000 meters. I set it to the vanilla value of 17,000. Which I think might be better, because if you want to screen something effectively, you might want to have some distance. But I did keep the dip value of like torpedo armed ships being very aggressive, as we can see. Well, light cruisers are spotting the enemy torpedoes, that's good. Let's get my own cruiser torps in the water. There's a lot of torps coming in. Hopefully they're gonna run out of steam. Yeah, it seems like most of them are. I moved my cruisers kind of off the line here. Nashville still took some. Yeah, some of the Japanese ships have short range, like fast torpedoes. Some of them have oxygen torpedoes. Let's actually gun down these poor battle cruisers. These destroyers, which are actually coming into torpedo range and doing things, instead of just milling around the battleships. Now we need to turn those torps off, or we're gonna torp our own capitals. Poor Nashville. Oh, I'm the one bunching up my ships and being easy torpedo targets. St. Louis also taking torps. Now these are like pretty good heavy cruisers. Like no expenses spared. US heavy cruisers. Figured if there's one nation in the campaigns that can afford to build like exorbitant heavy cruisers, it's probably gonna be the US. Because the latest version of DIP has also buffed their economy, which I think is fine. Torps ran out of steam. North Dakota is getting 18-inch shells flinged at it. Excuse me. It's probably best off just continuing on this course and hoping those torpedoes are duds. They're not, but they don't do too much at that angle against super battleship. Nashville is isolated. She will probably not make it out. The nice thing about like framing this as a test of some AI changes is that if I lose, I can just frame it as a great success for the modifications I did. So it's a win-win, really. You can try launch. Ah, you got no torpedo crew left, Nashville. Nashville goes down. Let's it's kind of exploding now, but this was somewhat designed to be a Japanese take on the Veve from the Ottoman campaign. Look at those funky quad turrets. I think that's a custom model from DIP. That is I like it. I think that's really cool. Are you gonna be the thumbnail? Or is it gonna be the sinking Nashville? Actually, that's better because you can see that Japanese cruiser exploding in the background. I need my my battle wagons to start focusing the enemy big ships now. Because we're getting pummeled. Luckily my cruisers are pretty effective at dealing with these enemy destroyers. DD-50 is setting scuttling charges. Dakota is taking the brunt of the enemy battleship fire. Where did I send my light cruisers? Are they, they went far away. Well, not that far away. This really turned into a running battle. Yorktown is in good shape. 11.7 deck pen. 3.7 first inner deck is times 2.5. We don't have that kind of deck pen at that range though, but still, let's sling some more 16-inch shit at the wall. That might be a better target if I want to go for deck hits, which I think I have to. Their belts are a bit too thick. Oof, North Dakota. Augusta too. A slow reaction by me. I think my flagship is getting wrecked here. Yeah, I'm getting down those destroyers, but they did get their torps in the water first. Tori just took some something that 4 belts. North Dakota is going down. I don't think I can save her. This one too. I mean, it's not a good angle for the enemy to launch torpedoes at her, but she looks like she's gonna get swarmed. We just show off the Japanese cruisers for a bit. They got 2 different classes in this battle. We got one heavy cruiser with a lot of 9-inch guns, and of course the mandatory Japanese torpedoes. And they got let's see, where's the one with the 11s? Izumo. Here we go. -1 A turret, but yeah, 11-inch guns, and of course also torpedoes. And here's the light cruiser that is currently not exploding. I thought that turned out pretty neat as well. While we're at it, let's look at their battleships. The Yamato class, which is not really a Yamato replica. You can tell because it's got a different turret, an additional turret, I mean. But it's got 18-inch guns, got a bunch of armor. It has only Citadel 3, so it should be vulnerable to flash fires, but it doesn't seem to have exploded yet. Satsuma SD, that's their super battleship flagship. A little bit more firepower than my North Dakota, which is sinking now. And of course also a lot of armor. But again, Citadel 3, so it should be vulnerable to deck penetrations and flash fires and such. And we got some battle cruisers as well. set up for like long range fire with stereoscopic and this tower, which has a lot of long range, like accuracy bonuses. Well, these 3 heavy cruisers got out well enough. Let's have them not be shot to pieces by enemy battleships, though. Might have to come and assist this battlecruiser. Before it's swarmed. Here come my 2 light cruisers. Look at them too. Did I not check that this turret worked? I guess I didn't, because that looks locked up. The X turret. Great, so that's something I have to fix. That's not important. It's just a light cruiser. It did sink an enemy light cruiser though. Despite the lack of a functioning X turret. Let's load HE into these guys and blast through some extended belts and decks. Yorktown is flinging shells at long range. Not really doing too much there. You can hit that battlecruiser. Hattori might be our first capital ship kill. Possibly our only. Take a bunch of torps here. We lost the battlecruiser. And now we're probably going to lose these 2 light cruisers as well. Yeah, X turrets are definitely not traversing. They're getting stuck on something. Well, I could send these 3 light cruisers to assist, but I'm not sure if they'd survive. Might be better off just following the battleships. See if we can finish off Katori. The 2 Wyomings. Yorktown currently doing well enough. hitting the main tower. She can select her own ammo, and currently she finds HE to be the most effective. Not doing too much there. Oh, these are out of range. Are you in range of anything? Yay. Just barely. They don't seem too interested in getting closer. Or they are following something else. They're targeting my cruisers. That's what they're doing. Might be that Katori will be the first to be in range after all. Get these two a little bit closer. They're almost unharmed. Yeah, the enemy quote-unquote regular battleships are basically on the level of my my sinking flagship, the North Dakota. The same 18-inch guns. We are in range. So are they. Get Yorktown back here. We do score a main deck pen on that battleship. Just as I wanted. It's just not enough. Too little, too late. Massachusetts loses her main tower. I would like to be able to sink at least one enemy battleship. tunnel penetration. Yeah, flooding. And we did score another main deck pen on Katori. And a 4-belt pen. I think she's gonna go down. %. Two. I'm tempted to change target, but every time I do that, they start pumping the water out. Yeah, 5%. See, it's not down yet. My cruisers are being hounded by enemy cruisers. %. 1. Is she gonna go finally? 0.2. Finally. Satsuma. Let's at least try to get their flagship. Since they got mine. Do some HE first to soften her up. Actually, she might be out of range for HE. Yeah, she was. Right at my max range with AP. That should be enough for main deck pens. If we can actually score the hits. Would be very satisfying to see this boat explode. How are my cruisers faring? You got a busted rudder. Yorktown is also firing at something. EA. Maybe you can just finish off those 2 light cruisers since you're here. And we've just about run out of AP for the 2 battleships. Wyoming has some more AP rounds left. These guys are in trouble. Do we do something with those torps, maybe? That's not a lot of torpedoes. Yeah. Deleted by battleship guns. We're deleting some enemy cruisers too. With the Yorktown. Yeah, there goes my cruisers. Satsuma has gone close. I think too close for deck pens. Like almost 30? Ah, maybe. Partial pens are just not doing enough. Massachusetts can target one of the battle cruisers. Wyoming can do AP if she likes. I'll try and do something about Satsuma. Izumo. That's a target for a battlecruiser. I think Wyoming is gonna go down. It's taking too much heat. Kill that cruiser. Kill something. Wyoming goes down. And I have a DD somewhere that I've kind of forgotten about. He's even done some damage with the torps. It's far away though. Core belt and secondary gun penetrations with 16-inch HE. That does leave a mark. That was a lot of damage. Izumo goes down. Outrun the torps? Yeah, actually. Massachusetts still firing. 53 rounds, 47 rounds of HE left. It's not much. Got some heavy cruisers remaining as well. Are coming in, and they're in good shape. 2 of the 9-inch armed ones, and 3 of them, actually. Those were aft belt pens. Yeah, they're firing HE. Going through my aft belt. My own HE is not doing too much to Satsuma. She got thicker extended belts. I've got a smaller gun. I can't actually HE pen those belts. Now with this amount of flooding, Yorktown is also not getting away. At least this destroyer survived. Yeah, Yorktown goes down. Massachusetts out of ammo. So how aggressive is the AI gonna pursue my battleship now? Another funnel hit. Ah, there we go. Just going through my aft belts. Aft deck. Limping along at 19.7 knots, but it's dropping because of the flooding. Engines are still operational though. At least we sank one enemy battleship, even if it wasn't even the flagship. These guys are coming in. I've got no shells to greet them with. Other than the secondary guns, but they're not in range yet. They're gonna have torpedo range on me before my 5-inch guns get involved. Yeah. Long before. They're not launching though. My 5-inch guns are also not firing because of the flooding angle. Yeah, that's right. Those like built-in torpedo spots have very restrictive angles. I think these ended up being quite cool. I like Japanese heavy cruisers. Very, like, unique look. They and the Italians. I'm sure Massachusetts is not liking this though. Getting absolutely pummeled by 9-inch guns. Might be better off firing AP, actually. Well, my secondaries have opened up. I found an angle where they can fire. They're, of course, also not doing too much. There we go, 9-inch guns are starting to hammer with AP. Going through extended belts and towers and everything. And there goes Massachusetts. The only boat I have left is this destroyer, which is like way off in the distance. So this is where, in a campaign battle, the end battle button would pop up. We're just gonna do this.